Here we are in season number 5 of the Golden State Warriors, my NBA franchise here on NBA 2K25. Through our first 11 games, we've seen some early ups and downs. The team is currently 6-5. I was hoping that we would be one of the better starting teams across the NBA, given that much of our core, basically the entire core from last year, is back. We're going to get through a large chunk of the year today. We're going to make it all the way up to the New Year's, so we're going to get through basically 2 months of action. So we're really going to get a good lens of where this team is at going into January, and then before you know it, the trade deadline. We're currently in 7th place. We're only 2 games out of first in the West, though. It is a crowded group at the top. Portland is in first place, though. I had high hopes for them last year. They disappointed, but they've gotten a lot better. Minnesota's in 2nd place, although they have a negative point differential. The Spurs are in 3rd place, although Luka Doncic tore his Achilles and will be out for the rest of the year. Obviously, this changes things in terms of the Western Conference hierarchy, given that the Spurs are currently the top dog. Victor Wembanyama has been an alien so far this year. However, outside of Wemby, the rest of the roster is honestly pretty bad. Their backcourt depth is a train wreck. And with Luka out for the rest of the year, the guard play is going to be a severe hindrance for this team. I would suspect they make a trade at some point, but even so, this is not the Spurs team we've seen over the last 2 years, which opens up an opportunity for a team like the Blazers, the Wolves, the Grizzlies, who have been good with Jaylen Brown, the Thunder. The Mavericks have been impressive so far. Obviously, us as well. The Western Conference is wide open for the first time in this series. As for the teams at the bottom, the Clippers are the one to watch out for, given that we have that Clippers-Sixers swap best pick that we've been banking on since year 1. Well, this is finally the year to cash that in. In the Eastern Conference, the Knicks have been a very pleasant surprise with Ja Morant and Jalen Williams in the fold. I would say the top 6, maybe even the top 7 teams in the East, all look really, really good. The West has been consistently better than the East in this series, but that might finally change this year. The Sixers, meanwhile, are 3-7, which is pretty bad. Not as bad as the 0-10 Huskies, who might be the worst team to ever play organized basketball, but the Sixers are still bad enough to where we can really start to get excited about that Clippers-Sixers pick, because we would theoretically only need one of them to jump up in the lottery, given that it is a swap best pick. In terms of the storylines for our team, the biggest positive is that all of our really good players are playing really good. In terms of the core 6, all 6 guys have played well. Granted, Jabari Springer's only played 2 games, but the other 5 have all been really solid. The problem is the depth has been really bad. Leonard Miller has taken a step back from last year. I think Osborne Outeridge has improved a lot, but he's really the only positive on the bench. The guard play, in terms of the second unit, has been terrible. Jacoby Walters shooting 30% from the field and 20% from 3. Romero Birkin is a young, inefficient shot chucker, and Peyton Pritchard's been pretty terrible. Antoine Salice was supposed to be the leader off the bench, but we need him to start with the injuries we've had. We had the 4th least amount of points per game and are 2nd in terms of the least amount of points allowed. This is a team who runs a slow pace. We're 30th in field goals attempted per game, so it's fine that we move slower, but our team efficiency is also towards the bottom, which is not ideal. So I think we kind of need to change the pace. We need to move our offense a little bit faster. We are a good rebounding team, though. We're towards the middle in offensive rebounding, but we're number 1 in defensive rebounding. The assists per game, though, is towards the bottom. That's not ideal. And then I think the biggest thing is the bench points percentage. 31st, only behind the Huskies, who they shouldn't really count. They should be relegated. So outside of the Huskies, we have gotten less bench production than anybody across the NBA. That's a problem. The easiest fix for that would probably be moving Antoine Salice back to the bench. Don't think of this as a demotion, because he's been really good this year. He's shooting around 46% from 3, 20 points a night, but we need shot making on the bench. Nobody can do that for us. So Leonard Miller will start at the 3 for now until Jabari Springer comes back. And Antoine Salice, he's going to be a good teammate and move off the bench, where he will get to run the show offensively. He doesn't always get to do that with the starters, so I think this kind of works out for him. Hopefully Jabari Springer and Adem Bona will be back pretty soon, probably within the next week or 2. And then at some point we will get the rookie Ramon Hodge back, who broke his foot back in the Summer League. So there were a few teams I thought about playing. I kind of wanted to look at this new look Dallas team has been pretty good, but I kind of want to play the Thunder. Their roster changed a lot since the last offseason, and I want to see what they're ultimately about. So at Mbona and Jabari Springer would return at pretty much the same time. Springer will go back to the starting lineup. Bona will be one of the first guys off the bench. So now the team looks pretty healthy. The only guy who's currently hurt is the rookie, Ramon Hodge. For now, Birkin and Walter will be taken out of the rotation instead of Osborne Outridge. I think he's been better than both of those guys. The Heat want Roman Loggins-Burrow. I am not going to do that, although it would be kind of fun to bring in Calvin Kickpower, pairing up with his former college teammate Kajai Stokes, but obviously we're not going to trade Rolog. So Ramon Hodge is healthy just in time for this Thunder game. As we started off kind of slow, we were on a 4-game losing streak, but now we've won 5 in a row, putting us at 13-10. We scored 168 against the Clippers, 37 for the cum bucket, 35 for Stokes. We put up 161 against Montreal. This was our first game with the entire roster fully healthy. I can't think of the last time that we've had a game where the team started and exited the game with no injuries. Probably multiple seasons ago. It's kind of unfortunate that we wasted it against the worst team in the history of the league, although Gigi Jackson is averaging 35, but a very empty 35. The number 1 pick, CeCe Cunningham, is putting up big numbers, but he has been really inefficient because he's really the only guy who opposing teams have to worry about defending. We scored over 160 points in our last 2 games because I changed the system proficiency. As I said, I want the offense to be moving a little bit faster. Clearly, that ended up making an impact, which is a good sign. Now that we're around a quarter of the way through the year, I think we have a better gauge of what this team looks like. The first thing is that I think Kajai Stokes right now is our best player. 25 points per game, doing it on great efficiency. During this, 11 or 12 game stretch that we just went through, he's been ultra consistent. He has scored at least 19 points in every game, multiple 30-point outbursts, overall very efficient. He leads the team in estimated wins added by quite a bit. Roman Loggins-Burrow has put up the big numbers, but he has been very inconsistent. True shooting percentage and the 3-point mark are both down from last year. I still think he's the most overall talented player on the roster, but unlike Kajai Stokes, he still is yet to be able to put it together, which he's 21 years old. He's got time. But right now, he's definitely a step behind Stokes, who is averaging 26 in November and 28 in December. Antoine Salis, I think, has been our second best player. 22 points per game in November, 23 in December. He's done a great job off the bench, which has been good to see. Loggins-Burrow, meanwhile, has been super inefficient. 43% in November. Jabari Springer was even worse, 39%. Granted, he missed most of the month with injury, and his true shooting percentage is still at 60. Evan Mobley was also not very efficient in November, only 41%. So I don't know what's going on with the front court, but we need more consistency from those guys. The backcourt have been the leaders of this team, I would say. Let's look at OKC, who's pretty much exactly where we are in the conference. Obviously making some big moves in the offseason, trading Jalen Williams to the Knicks and Chet Holmgren to the Hawks. They felt like they needed to shake up their roster. They've been unable to win playoff series consistently, and they still want to build around Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and they've given him a new group in doing so. Rankin Destino, Nitro Rodriguez, and Miles Turner, all coming from Atlanta. In the Miles Turner deal, they are all starters. Tari Eason coming off the bench in the Jalen Williams deal with the Knicks. The Pelicans offer is this deal for Janai Schofield, the second-year guard from Texas A&M, who's having a good year. I don't really think he's the type of player we would be looking for. We could use some more playmaking, but he is a score-first guard. He would certainly not really give that to us. So let's get this show on the road here in Oklahoma City. Two teams fighting for a playoff spot in the Western Conference. Right now, the Thunder are currently in 5th. The Warriors are a game back, currently in 7th. So these two teams are pretty much in the exact same spot right now in the West. I know it's December, but both of these teams are going to need all the wins they can get with how competitive this conference is. It's been a very up and down start to the year for us with injuries and guys playing inconsistently, while Kajai Stokes has taken a third-year leap and is starting to cement himself as the best player on the team. Outside of him and Antoine Salis, I don't really think the rest of the team's been all that impressive. Roman Loggins-Burrow has not shot the 3-ball well. Jabari Springer and Evan Mobley have been just all around super inefficient. So we'll see if the team can level things out. It's December. There's obviously plenty of times to fix things. As the former Warrior Miles Turner wins the tip, we are underway in Oklahoma City. A rematch of the first round of the playoffs last year. The Warriors have beaten OKC in the postseason 2 years in a row as Jonathan Kuminga connects on the triple. It was only a 5-game series when we beat OKC last year, and that was the final straw for them, the reason why they dismantled the team. Oh my goodness, guys, look at this. Guess who's shooting 3 throws? What a surprise. 6-4 now, Rankin Destino with it, one of the additions from Atlanta. Pull-up jumper, rattles in. I think he's a perfect fit for this Thunder team because he can play on and off the ball offensively. And then on defense, he is a nuisance to deal with. A lot of similarities to a guy like Kajai Stokes. Good rebound and putback there by Jabari Sprenger over Destino, taking advantage of the size as it's 8-6. Destino with it. Swings it in the corner. Trinidad for 3 is good. I don't know if you guys noticed the clock, but I'm playing with 12-minute quarters in the 2 games today rather than 10. With the change in the shot clock, I want to experiment a little bit, get more realistic scores. I don't know if I'm going to stick with it. I'm curious to hear some thoughts down below in the comments as Kajai Stokes beats the buzzer, hits the mid-ranger. Shea, step back. Loggins, Burrow, got twisted. And Shea Gilgeous-Alexander hits the 3. We're knotted up at 12. Nitro Rodriguez inside for Shea. Floater is, I think, blocked. I think Mobley got a hand on it. Shea 1 for 4 so far as Springer takes it the length of the floor in for the layup, and Golden State will take the lead. It would be short-lived, though, as we're now tied at 14. Springer gets it to Loggins. Burrow looking for the pick and roll. Takes it himself to the cup. A rack attack for Loggins. Burrow, who's been good overall this year despite his inconsistencies shooting the basketball. Nitro Rodriguez for 3. Talented, gritty, fourth-year forward who I think, like Rankin Destino, really fits this Thunder team well. Destino with the steal. Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Drives right. Layup is good. I don't think there's going to be a big issue for this Thunder team in terms of chemistry, given that 3 of the new starters, they all played together in Atlanta, so they know how to play with each other. Pause. Off the block. Rodriguez gets it to Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, who connects on the top of the key 3. Thunder now up by 6. Rodriguez on the drive over Mobley. It's good. Falling to the floor. I guess he took some acting lessons from his guy Shea. Golden State calls time down by 8. We've got to regroup. Really struggling over the last couple of minutes. 24-16. Loggins Burrow over to Adembona. Slips it to Salis. Fade away. 3 ball is good. Salis with the release. 28-20. Here's Nitro Rodriguez. Hands it off for Cason Wallace. Around the screen. Wallace for 3 is good. I think Destino and Wallace are 2 guys who, again, have a lot of similarities. On and off ball threats who can shoot the ball and obviously play terrific defense. Loggins Burrow beats the shot clock with the 3-throw line jumper. 33-26, 2.5 to go in the first. Nikola Topic, pick and roll. Destino is blocked. Leonard Miller with the denial. Here comes Golden State. Salis for 3 is good. Excellent job in transition from Golden State off of the block. That play is hopefully going to give us some momentum as we're within 4. Nice response, though, for Oklahoma City. Destino, the 4th-year guard from LSU, hits the triple. 5-point game. Shea, the cross, the sauce, and the make. Step back for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. He's got a dozen here in the first. 38-33. Springer backs down. Out to Kajai Stokes for 3. That one rattles in. Foul on Springer. The shot will still count, though, and the lead is within 2. 38-36. Here is Shea. Step back over the defender. No good. Stokes with the rebound. Warriors for the last shot. Miller, pull-up jumper. Got it off. Will not go. And that will wrap up the first. 38-36. High-scoring start. Obviously part of the 20-second shot clock. In terms of standouts so far for us, nobody's really been great per se. Springer is 8. Stokes has 7. Salis and Loggins Burrow have 6. It's been a team effort. That's what this team is about. Not one guy leading the charge as Stokes makes the layup. For the Thunder, meanwhile, it's been the Shea show. He's got 12. Ramon Hodge, the rookie, up and in. NBA debut. First career field goal attempt. Results in 2 points. I'm excited to see what we can get from Hodge as Stokes is in for the layup. And I wanted to make it a point to play Hodge's debut after missing the last 5 months with a broken foot from Summer League. Kuminga with the punch! Oh me, oh my! Mama, there goes that man! 44-42 off the dunk. Around the screen, Nikola Topic for three. Thunder back ahead, 45-44. Here is Tari Eason up the floor. Gets it for the big fella, Starks. In for the jam. And the Thunder now are up by three. Off the inbound, though, Hodge wide open. Misses the triple. He's a good catch and shoot guy. Does not get that one to go. Here comes OKC. It's tipped and stolen away by Ramon Hodge. He's got Stokes. Fires the three, and it's good. Nice defense by the rookie. That's why we drafted him. He can really guard. He's a playmaker on the perimeter, and he makes the nice pass leading to an assist. Loggins-Burrell triple is good. Warriors back ahead. Loggins-Burrell shot the three ball well last year. I don't know what the deal is this year. It's just not falling. Osborne Outeridge throws it up and in despite tight defense by Trinidad. 1 point game. Outeridge inside. No good. Nice defense by Miles Turner, who gets the rebound over top of him. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander now. Pull up three off the dribble is good. Hits off the back of the rim and in. 54-52. Cason Wallace with it, guarded by Jabari Springer. Wallace, pull up, triple. That one rattles home as well. OKC in a nice little rhythm. They're now up by 7. Loggins-Burrell gets the screen, drives right, throws up the lob. Jabari Springer, good to have him healthy, even though the efficiency has been up and down. I know his true shooting starts with a 6, but still, some of those percentages are not ideal. He's in with the slam, though. Springer has as good of a handle as you can find for any big in the league. But right as I'm complimenting his ability as the floor general, he throws an interception. Trinidad with it for three. That one is good. It was kind of 2-on-1 there on the perimeter. There was only so much Kuminga could do. You got to stop ball, but you also don't want Trinidad to be completely wide open. 4 point game. Loggins-Burrell on the drive. Since he was a rookie, his slipperiness around the basket is just so hard to defend. There's nothing teams can do about it. Loggins-Burrell gets it to Salis, matched up with Destino. Around the screen, sidestep, three ball is good, rattles home. Golden State back ahead, 63-62. Rodriguez over to Destino, around the screen. Destino for three, it's good. Toilet rolls in. 2 point lead for Oklahoma City with 3 to go in the first half. Leonard Miller sends that one in. Nice move by Miller, basically stopping in midair before going for the layup. Very Shai Gilgeous-Alexander-esque. 67-65. Salis bangs another three as Leonard Miller is on the ground agonizing in pain. By the end of that, he kind of looked dead. Well, luckily he's not. He's going to be okay. But as him and Nitro Rodriguez were boxing each other out, going for the rebound, I guess Miller might have taken a shot. So they're looking at his chest. And our team ends up being fully healthy for a whopping 1 game. And it was against the worst team in NBA history. We wasted our 1 healthy game. As Cason Wallace hits the three, Salis probably should have taken the open shot off the catch. Instead, off the screen, sidestep. Trey ball is good. His 5th three of the first half. We're knotted up at 71. Destino gets a triple right back, even with Salis flying in on the contest. Here's for the rookie, Ramon Hodge. Drives right side, layup, up and in. Counted and a foul! And 1 for the rookie in his NBA debut, Ramon Hodge. He would make the free throw to complete the 3-point play as Wallace's lob is intercepted in midair by Evan Mobley. Bringing it up the floor, Mobley in the corner. Salis, how about another? His 6th triple of the first half. 77-76, here is Salis on the drive. Layup is good. He's got 20. 7 of 12 from the field, 6 of 10 from 3. He has been ultra impressive for Golden State scoring the basketball. Trinidad blocked by Mobley. Trinidad blocked again by Mobley. Final shot. Stokes throws it up at the buzzer. It is no good. That'll wrap up an exciting, high-octane first half of hoops here in Oklahoma City. 79-76, Golden State with the lead. Antoine Salis to start the show. He's got 20. We have our players of the month for November. It's obviously Victor Wembanyama in the West. He averaged 38. Even with Luka out, Wemby might just lead the team to the title on his own at this rate, while Cade Cunningham wins it in the East. My glorious Pookie Bear, my knight in shining armor. As we go into the second half, it's a 3-point lead for the Warriors. Salis is not the only guy who's been impressive so far, as Loggins, Burrell, Stokes, and Springer are also in the double figures. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, meanwhile, with 21 for the Thunder, who as a team are nearly shooting 50% from deep. Loggins, Burrell, no good. Nice defense by Destino. Here comes Oklahoma City. Trinidad on the drive. Layup is good. I thought Stokes had a chance to potentially swat that one from behind, but he is unable to. Here is Destino. Inside, it is intercepted by Loggins, Burrell in transition. Wide open three. Kajai Stokes' shot is good. I know in transition you're supposed to go for the easy shot inside, but had Stokes missed, Jabari Springer would have been right there for the offensive rebound. So in that instance, it's okay to go for the three. Here is Jonathan Kuminga, top of the key. Why not let it fly? Quick start offensively here in the third for Golden State. They lead by 7. Tipped and intercepted by Jabari Springer. Stokes with a dime for Roman Loggins, Burrell. 9-point game. Shai, step back, no good. OKC cannot buy a bucket while the Warriors are clicking on all cylinders. Springer with a layup. That'll be an and one. Destino called for the foul. Now a 12-point lead. Gilgeous-Alexander, Miles Turner out to Rankin Destino. Nitro Rodriguez, fadeaway jumper is good. We started the second half on an 11-2 run. The Thunder needed that one pretty badly. 8-point game now. Rodriguez for 3. OKC quickly charging back. The big run for Golden State is just that, a run, rather than us really taking advantage of the lead through the rest of the second half. Salis' 3 no good. Bona tries to corral in the rebound. He cannot. It's Rodriguez. He's got Trinidad. Inside, wide open, Miles Turner. Everybody was too slow to get back. I know that was technically Hodges' man, but he shouldn't be guarding Miles Turner. There was some kind of switch defensively that sort of ruined everything. 92-87, Shai. Pump fake, swatted away! Ramon Hodge with the denial. He's got Loggins, Burrell, who immediately loses it. Shai with the steal on the other end. Coast to coast, he's blocked again! As Destino is fouled. Welcome to the NBA, Ramon Hodge. Oh my goodness. Back-to-back blocks for the rookie out of Michigan State. Loggins, Burrell with the poster over Shai. It is a highlight factory from the Warriors, my goodness. 94-90, open dunk. This time for Loggins, Burrell. We can lower the voice a little bit. That one was a little less exciting. Good dunk, though, for Rolog. 19-6-5, filling up the stat sheet. Passes out at the shot. Walter, no good. Bona the rebound, and he gets the putback. With the injury to Leonard Miller, Jacoby Walter, I guess, is back in the rotation for the time being. Loggins, Burrell inside. Hodge throws it up, and it's good! And one again for Ramon Hodge. This kid can hoop. I am impressed. Offensively, he's made big plays, although he did just miss the free throw. Defensively, he's been awesome. A steal and a couple of blocks. Trinidad for 3. Alvarez responds, though, with a potential 3-point play. And one. Miles Turner called for the foul. Alvarez will go to the line with a chance to make it a double-digit lead. And sure enough, he would. 105-95. 3.5 to go in the third. Eason for 3. Mobley caught on an island. He didn't think Tari Eason was going to stop and pop. Eason not known for the outside shot, but he can make it. As Springer throws it up, another and one for Golden State. We're making everything in contact. 109-101. Destino returns the favor, throws a punch of his own. 5-point game. Springer on the drive. No good. Rebound by Romeo Knox, the rookie hailing from France. Here's Destino with it. Acrobatic layup is good. 3-point game, 109-106. Here's Jabari Springer. Dishes it in the corner. Kuminga on the drive. I don't know why Springer didn't take the open dunk or why Kuminga didn't take the open shot, but I guess that works as well. Beautiful mid-ranger for Antoine Salis. He's got 24. Destino inside. He's been really good throughout this game as he makes the layup. 3-point lead. Shot clock is unplugged. Salis will dribble it out for Golden State. Looking to get somebody open, possibly off a screen. Salis maybe going to take it himself with 2. Up to Kuminga at the buzzer. No good. And that will wrap up the third. 111-108. It was a 3-point game going into the third. It's a 3-point game into the fourth. Kind of disappointing considering we were up by as many as 12 in this quarter. Here is Stokes on the drive with the jam. Kajai Stokes with the dunk. Stokes hasn't been great today. I know the numbers look solid, but now that he's kind of the de facto star player, we've got to set a higher standard for him. Shea in for the layup, 3-point game. Stokes with the crossover in the corner. Jonathan Kuminga, his three is good. We're looking to get him more opportunities. He's been quiet, but not bad today. Off the miss, Stokes the offensive rebound and is unable to connect on the second chance effort. Nikola Topic out to Cason Wallace to bring it within one. Wallace for three, 118-117. Here is Salis with it up to Kuminga. Open mid-ranger, no good. Oh no, it bounces in. That might be the luckiest bounce I've ever seen. 120-118. Bona off the cut. Salis, his ability to move off the ball is special. We see it there. He's got 26 now. Bona up for Jacoby Walter around the screen. Walter throws up a three and he nails it. Jacoby Walter makes it a 7-point game. Good to see him drilling a shot with his struggles this year. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander gets one right back, though, for the Thunder. Lead back within 4. 125-121. Here is Nikola Topic. Punched down to the ground by Bona. Turner gets it back, though. Plays perfectly in his hands as he hits the mid-ranger. 4-point game. Mobley only 3 points in this one. He has been a non-factor offensively. Loses it. Stolen by Trinidad. Destino in the corner. It's blocked! A block party in Golden State. Everybody's got their fly swatters. Outeridge was the one with the snuff. We're blocking all the shots. The Thunder are forcing all these other turnovers, though. Shea with the steal goes coast to coast, makes the layup over Ramon Hodge. 127-126. Hodge up to Loggins. Burrell looking for the screen. Mid-range jumper. Rattles home. Nice shot for Rolog. Lead is within 3. Here were 5.5 to go. Loggins Burrell tries to get the screen. Drives right. Up with the slam! Puts Miles Turner on a body bag. 3-point game now. Here is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Matchup of Loggins Burrell. Drives to the left and throws it down. Ramon Hodge tries to contest, but it will not matter. 3-point game. Here's Destino up for Trinidad. Left wing 3. We're knotted up at 133. 3 minutes to play. Grab your popcorn, folks. We're looking at quite the ending. Kuminga, pick and pop! Warriors right back ahead, 136-133. Shea inside, no good. Jabari Springer with the rebound, his 11th. Gets it up to Loggins Burrell. There's only a minute and a half to go. Both offenses have been silent over the last minute or so. Everybody's gassed, and nobody can hit a shot to save their lives. It has been tough to watch. Trinidad, meanwhile, on the other end with the slam! And the Oklahoma City Thunder, for the first time in the second half, have the lead. Oh my goodness, what a dunk over Stokes. Adding some style points. On the other end, quick 3 for Salis. The lead, very short-lived for OKC. 139-137. Both defenses playing terrific basketball down the stretch. You can tell each of these sides want it. And right as I'm complimenting the two defenses, Kajai Stokes gets left in the dust. He's as good as it gets guarding the perimeter, but a simple mental lapse there leads to an open layup, and we're tied. Shot clock winding down. Bang! Jabari Springer for 3 and the lead. We had nothing going the entire possession and had to throw up junk. And it somehow goes to put us up by 3, under 30 to go. Shea is intercepted by Kajai Stokes. Here comes Golden State off at the turnover. They are not going to... What? What are they doing? Why are they not fouling? There's 5 seconds on the shot clock. Obviously, we're trying to take as much time off as we can. And Kuminga is in with the poster. The Thunder do not have any timeout, so they're just going to have to play off the inbound. Shea appears to not be in any rush at all. Turner for 3 at the buzzer, no good. And the Warriors win at 144-139. We got to decompress for a second. What was that ending? They were down by 3 with 20 seconds left, without any timeouts, and they just didn't foul. I do not get what the thought was. Did they have that much confidence their defense was going to get a stop? I mean, at that point, even so, if you do get a stop, they don't have a timeout to work with. They would have had 5 seconds to get someone open from deep. St. Louis with 29, did not shoot the 3-ball well in the second half, but overall had a good game. 23, 10, and 8 for Loggins-Burrell. He was very efficient. He was, in my opinion, our best player. 21, 7, and 6 for Stokes. Double-double for Springer, and then 20 for Kuminga, who was great in the fourth. 5 guys of at least 20, while Ramon Hodge was the other standout. 7 points, 5 boards, 3 dimes, a steal, and 2 blocks on great shooting in his debut. What a first impression. Evan Mobley, meanwhile, gave us nothing offensively, but he was great defensively. He had 2 steals and 3 blocks, doing a great job of protecting the rim. Shea had 40. He was a little inefficient, though, in the second half, but 40 is 40. Destino had 27, Trinidad had 20, but the front court could not give him enough because as bad as Evan Mobley was on offense, the rim, scoring around the rim was pretty much impossible for the Thunder. So with that, we are 14 and 10. That'll get us set for a Christmas Day matchup in a few weeks against the Lakers. Leonard Miller, of course, will be out during this stretch, so more of an excuse for us to see Ramon Hodge. We've got some tough games on this stretch. We've got Portland, who's in first place in the West, and Detroit, who's first place in the East. Mustafa Zamukic is a good player, but I would not trade him for Kajai Stokes, so we're going to say no to that. Leonard Miller's back healthy. We would throw him back into the rotation as the Raptors offer as a deal for Stokes. I don't know why teams think he's available. He's obviously not. We went 4-3 in the games we simmed. Wemby at 42 and a 1-point loss for the Spurs. Loggins-Burrell 0 for 7 from deep. We did not shoot the 3-ball well at all, despite winning. To be fair, it was not just him, though. Say at least 2 for 8. We had Stokes go 2 for 10, Mobley 1 for 5, Springer 2 for 8. So even when nobody could shoot the ball, we still found a way to beat San Antonio. We do lose to Portland, though. Elijah Harris led them in scoring. It's kind of an odd one. Kajai Stokes had 27 to lead the way. And we also lost to the Pistons as well. We lost kind of badly. Ron Holland and Cade Cunningham had 78 points on great shooting, while Bryce Davis went 10 of 11. The reason why we lost this game was pretty simple. The bigs were terrible. Look at all the 3 throws, though. My goodness. But Jabari Springer, 2 for 12, 2 for 10 from 3. Evan Mobley, 2 for 12. And both of them really struggled defensively, with Ron Holland putting up 40 and Bryce Davis missing 1 shot. This game had 89 3 throws, though. We almost had 50. I did a Google search. 89 3 throws in a game is not a record, but it is pretty close. So going into Christmas, we're in 5th place. 18 and 13. We kind of lead this second tier of teams, which includes the Lakers, who have lost 5 in a row. So you know they're going to be hungry for a win. They've got quite the big 3. Shavonte Fitzgerald averaging 30. Donovan Mitchell and Zion Williamson both playing very well. But much like us, the issues with this team is their depth. That's been the problem with them this season. So it'll be interesting to see which bench unit ends up playing better, given that both have struggled quite a bit. The Lakers looked promising early in the year, but it seems like they've hit a little bit of a wall. We'll see if they can get that back here on Christmas, as much of the national audience gets to watch their big 3 together for the first time. Roman Loggins-Burrell over his last 5, averaging nearly 30. Even though the consistency's been an issue with him, we have seen the high-end play out of Rolog, such as this 5-game stretch. Hopefully he can keep it going along with everybody else. It's going to be tough guarding these 3 stars, though. Fitzgerald has blossomed into one of the best young players in the NBA, while Zion is one of the best one-on-one players in the league. And oh yeah, Donovan Mitchell's pretty damn good too, as Evan Mobley wins the tip against Naz Reid, and we are underway. The Warriors fully healthy on Christmas. That is as good of a Christmas present as we could have asked for. Mobley mid-range jumper is no good. Zion looks to bring it up the floor for the Lakers. Zion drives left side, layup is good. And he is on the board for LA to get things started. Loggins-Burrell up to Kajai Stokes. He's been a big Christmas present for Golden State this year, as it's a 2-handed slam. The talented young guard averaging around 24 a night. Here is Kajai Stokes looking to potentially make a push for the All-Star game as he hits the step-back 3. In a normal season, his numbers would be good enough. With the inflated shot clock, I don't think they will be, but we can hope, right? There's a nice 3 for Donovan Mitchell, tied at 7. Shavonte Fitzgerald, third-year pro from Creighton with it on the drive with the jam! Fitzgerald showing off the power. Picked 10th in the 2026 draft as Springer misses inside. Doesn't even try for the rebound. On the other end, Mitchell for three. Quickly off the catch before Loggins-Burrow can even turn around and defend him. 13-7. Fitzgerald with the crossover and the layup. A nifty move by Shavonte Fitzgerald, and the Warriors call time down by 8. Here is Donovan Mitchell back to Fitzgerald. Tries to drive, tightly guarded by Kuminga, and it's stolen away by Loggins-Burrow. On the other end, Loggins-Burrow inside. Springer with the slam. His first points of the game. We needed that one. Our offense struggling. 9 points in just 5 minutes. Off the bad miss by Zion, here is Stokes with it. He looks like he wants something from 3. Sidestep. Trey ball rattles home. Kajai Stokes from beyond the arc, and it's 15-12. Here is Evan Mobley as it poked out by Fitzgerald. Here comes the Lakers. Shavonte Fitzgerald counted in a foul. Stokes tries to set his feet, but he cannot. A couple of Big East guards battling it out as Mitchell crosses up Salise, takes it all the way with a slam. What a move by Donovan Mitchell. The 2 guards playing very well for the Lakers as they're up by 8. Loggins-Burrow with an and one slam of his own, though. His primary defender is Donovan Mitchell, who's not a great defensive player. We need to find a way to take more advantage of that. Zubac matched up with Salise. That is an unfair matchup. And Ivica Zubac is in for the hook shot. 24-16. Here is Salise! And one over Naz Reid. Powerful slam for Antoine Salise. 5-point game, under 4 to go in the first. Around the screen, Tijan Salon wide open. We had like 3 defenders in the area. All of them went back, though. All of them were going to try to help inside. And Salon takes advantage. He's had a solid year for the Lakers, believe it or not. Fadeaway 3 is good. Donovan Mitchell continuing to hoop for L.A. as the pull-up jumper rattles out for Shavonte Fitzgerald. Our offense has got to get it together. They have been not so good today. Salise hits the 3. He's got 8 here in the first. Loggins-Burrow trying to take advantage of the size mismatch. Pull-up jumper is not the way to do that. But it will not matter as Adem Bona is in for the putback. 32-26. Here is Praska as it tipped away by Salise. Stolen by Stokes. On the other end, he is tackled by Zion! A flagrant foul, an easy call for the refs to make. I mean, it's one thing to get tackled on an NBA floor, but it's another thing to get tackled by Zion, who's a 280-pound mammoth who you could put off the edge in the NFL. Stokes takes a big hit, and the Warriors do not get a shot off before the end of the first. We were passing it for a little too much time. 32-29, low-scoring start. Both offenses, especially us, while Donovan Mitchell has half of the Lakers' points so far with 16. Tijan Salon in for the lefty. Counting a foul as Salon would complete the and one. It's a 6-point game. Here is Salise with Zubac. Drives left. Layup is good. That's barbecue chicken. Although I give Zubac credit, he was able to stay with him man-to-man the whole time. Salise kind of had to fade off of him. An impressive shot as Salon is in for the layup. Who is this guy, and where did he take the real Tijan Salon? 39-33, it's blocked! Stokes on the triple with the snuff. He's got Loggins-Burrow with the dish for Adem Bona, who's in with the slam. Good pass to finish off the possession by Rolog. 6-point game. Loggins-Burrow takes it all the way like a running back there. He was not going to let anyone stop him from connecting on the layup. 43-37. Loggins-Burrow gets it to Stokes around the screen for 3. Rattles home for KJ. He's got 13 so far, with still 8 to go in the first half. Stokes gets the screen. Mid-range jumper is off the mark. Bona with the rebound and the putback. Another one for Adem Bona as it's 45-42. Bona has been bullying the rim so far. Donovan Mitchell for 3. The Lakers need him in the game. He has been their primary source of offense. Dribble handoff. Kajai Stokes thought about the open 3. Does not take it. Instead gets the matchup with Bona. Takes it all the way. In for the layup. Nice play there by Kajai Stokes. 50-46. Stokes looks to bring it up. Gets it inside for Adem Bona. He does it again. Another slam for the Raging Bona. 54-48. Kuminga, 0-0-0. He is running cardio. Mid-range jumper, heavily contested, still goes in anyway. Finally records a stat. 54-50. Kuminga with Fitzgerald. Tries to bounce off of him. It's no good. But Evan Mobley is there with the rebound and tips it in for the putback. 54-52. Lakers lead here at the Chase Center on Christmas. As Evan Mobley showing off the acrobatics. I did not know he had that in his bag. I apologize, Mr. Mobley. I was not familiar with your game. Intercepted out of midair by Springer out to Kuminga. The cum bucket with the slam, filling up the rim. As it's 56-54, here is Moses Moody with it. Tightly guarded by Kuminga. He's got Fitzgerald for three. That one is good. Donovan Mitchell's been the main star of the show, and while Fitzgerald has been effective, I feel like he needs to shoot the ball more. Nifty handoff for Salis. The Warriors doing it in disguise. As he has Donovan Mitchell with him inside, he knows he's going to score. It's just about when he's able to get the shot off. Here is Donovan Mitchell. Pull-up three is good. It rattles in. Spida's got a chance for 30 here in the first half. Zion with it. Crosses up Kuminga. All the way. Shoots it off the bottom of the rim. Okay. Kachai Stokes, meanwhile, hits the three. I don't know what Zion was doing there. That was horrible defense, and his layup was not just a miss, but it wasn't even close. 64-61. Kuminga leaves him in the dust and is in with the slam. Zion has been a liability today. He scored on the very opening possession of the game, has not scored since. Just 1 of 9. Donovan Mitchell hits the three, 67-63. Shot and game clock essentially even. Here is Salis. He's got 8. Salis hoping someone gets open. It's not really happening. Eventually gets it to Stokes. Pump fake. Moody goes flying. Mid-range jumper is good. 20-piece in the first half for Kachai Stokes. And that will wrap up the first half, 67-65. Donovan Mitchell has been the star of the show for the Lakers. He has 31 points. He has been the Laker offense today. 12 of 21 from the field, 6 of 13 from 3. Fitzgerald and Salon also in the double figures, but nobody else has more than 4. As for us, Stokes with 20, Salis with 13. Nobody else has been all that impressive so far as we move into the second half. I think our offense finally started to show some good things towards the end of the first half. Good dunk by Jonathan Kuminga. The cum bucket, cocks it back and throws it down. But as I was saying, the offense, who has not played a very good game, I feel like they finally got into a rhythm the last couple of minutes of the first half. So hopefully all the time off doesn't hurt them from being at halftime for 20 minutes. Salis misses the three. Look at the score. 69-69. Zion, no good. He is 1 for 10. That is rough. Loggins-Burrell layup is good. Zion's got to get it together. 0 for 9 since the opening possession. Not to mention he's hobbling around with a sprained ankle. I don't know why they have him out there to begin with. I guess now he's not, but they did earlier. Donovan Mitchell for 3. I guess Mitchell's brilliance and Zion playing horrific have kind of offset each other. Loggins-Burrell launches it up and in. How did that one go? He just kind of hurls it up, but it went in. I guess you can't complain with results. Pull up 3. Donovan Mitchell will not miss. He is unguardable. 77-73. Salis is trapped. Somebody's wide open. It's Jonathan Kuminga who responds with a 3 of his own, and the lead is right back within 1. Mitchell, step back over Loggins-Burrell is good. The Warriors actually had the lead there, but it was short-lived. Look at that graphic. Donovan Mitchell is 43. The rest of the team is 36. He has 60% of the team's points. Salis launches it up and in. How are we getting these acrobatic layups to go in? I mean, he's basically trying to chuck it off the backboard, hoping for the best. 82-81. Miller with it. Out to Stokes. Open 3. No good. Rebound by Bona. Put back. Foul. And 1. Adem Bona has been a menace inside today as he has 5 dunks. 82-84. Bona with it inside, showing off the passing. As the layup is good for Leonard Miller. As you could see there on the bottom right, sprained right ankle for Zion day to day. I would not bring him back given how bad he's played, but he is in the game. The Lakers decide to be aggressive. Mitchell makes the layup. Zion with Outeridge. This is going to be too easy with Zion's probably lack of speed with the injury. He's blocked by Adembona, even better. Here comes the Warriors. Bona, Stokes, layup, no good! That is an easy, open layup that you just have to make. 3-ball on the way, bounces in for Fitzgerald, and we are within 1. That missed layup ends up being a 5-point swing. Not good. Outeridge on Zion, too easy, take it all the way, layup is good. I mean, Zion is not a very good defender to begin with, but now that he has the ankle injury, oh dear, it's going to be even worse. Outeridge on Zion again makes the layup. We're basically trying to exploit Zion now defensively. Every one-on-one matchup we get with him, put them in isolation and go to the basket. He does not have the defensive ability to stop them, and with the injury, he certainly doesn't have the speed. Does hit the mid-ranger, though. That was not the shot for Stokes with 9 on the shot clock. I don't know what he was thinking. Here is Kai Soto with it. Zion for 3, and it is good. We want Zion shooting threes, but he's able to make that one. 92-92. Zion with 5 straight points. Is he back after only 2 points prior? Layup is good. Zion with, I guess, whatever horse tranquilizer the Chiefs seem to give Mahomes in the playoffs every year. He might be back as Loggins-Burrow makes another ridiculous layup. I mean, look at this. How is that going in? 96-94. Final seconds of the third. Zion Williamson. Step back. Deep 3. Bang! Who is this guy, and where is the real Zion Williamson? He got injured, and all of a sudden, he's Black Jesus. 10 points in the final couple of minutes, including 2 threes and a ridiculous, heavily contested step back to put the Lakers ahead, no less. 97-96 into the fourth. Off the failed lob. Look at the ball movement. Look at the open shot. Antoine Salis for 3. Golden State back ahead, 101-97. Here's Donovan Mitchell, open triple. I think 50's a given with him. The real question is if he hits the 60-point threshold. Loggins-Burrow, did he just airball a 5-footer? How does one do that? Mitchell, no good. Warriors, the rebound. I don't think we want Roman Loggins-Burrow touching the ball here after that possession. Here is Ramon Hodge with it. He gets it up to Salis. Looking for the screen. Salis. Ooh, nice move. In for the layup. It is good. Golden State leads by 3 in what is shaping up to be another very exciting finish. Donovan Mitchell around the screen. Inside for the big fella, Ivica Zubac. Nice little pick and roll action. The lead is within 1. Golden State calls a timeout with 9:20 to go. Here is Loggins-Burrow with it. Tries to take on the double, and he makes the layup. It doesn't matter who's guarding him inside. It could be the entire team guarding him. And it seems like he'll still find a way to make it. Moses Moody in for the jam, the former Golden State Warrior, who of course fetched us that Clippers-Sixers swap best pick, along with Adembona, who at this point is better than Moses Moody. Nice move, though, by Moody, in for the layup and the lead. He heard me smack-talking him, so maybe I shouldn't have spoke too soon. Lob intercepted by Jabari Springer. He's got Salis. Nobody's in there to defend him, so he will take the easy floater. What I really wanted to do there was have somebody go in off of the lob, but there was nobody in the paint to guard Salis, so I figured, you know what, that'll work too. Good defense there by Loggins-Burrow. 16-7-7. He gets it up for Evan Mobley. Mobley, pump fake, two-handed slam. 109-106, just over 6.5 to go. Here is Shavonte Fitzgerald on an island with Salis. Gets by him and is in with the dunk. We were able to send some help, but it was a little too late. Here is Stokes with it. Patched up with Dixon Kevin around the screen. Stokes lobs it up. The reverse slam for Adembona, who's played a great game for us off the bench today. 113-110. Kuminga with it in the corner. 3 is good. Big make for Jonathan Kuminga, 116-110. Zion Williamson rejuvenated with the ankle injury. We know we could not take him lightly. He gets it to Fitzgerald. 3-ball is good. And it's a 3-point game, 116-113. Here is Salis with it. Tightly guarded inside. Bona again! Is that, what, 7 dunks for him at this point? That poor rim. It had a family. Not anymore, though, because it's been destroyed. Dixon Kevin for 3. lead within 2. Good pass off the double by the Lakers. Stokes looks for one right back. Does not happen, but he's tipped his own rebound. In the corner, Kuminga, pump fake, takes it to the cup. He is in for the layup, and it is a 4-point game. Here comes L.A. Shavonte Fitzgerald with it over to Dixon Kevin. Kevin on the drive. That is a charging foul. Even our star players putting their bodies on the line, doing the little things. That's what I love about this team. Kajhi Stokes off the charge. He is doubled. Loggins, Burrell wide open for 3. We know he's got to hit the open one more consistently, but he does there. 3 rattles out. Bona is the one with the rebound for Golden State offensively. Stokes is blocked. How is that not a foul? I mean, he was lassoed to the ground. Bona with the transition take foul, I guess out of rage. The Lakers would make their transition take shot, but they did not score on that possession. Big time 3 for Kajhi Stokes. It is a 7-point lead. Minute and a half to go. Lakers know they got to move fast. Moses Moody. Here's Donovan Mitchell. Bang! Lead is within 4. Spida is unguardable. Here is Kuminga inside. It's intercepted by Fitzgerald. Hold on, we might have something coming here for the Timberwolves. As Fitzgerald brings the lead within 2. Off the slam. 128-126, just over a minute. Here is Loggins Burrell. He's doubled, unable to get out of the double quick enough, so instead he just throws it up, and it's good! It wasn't pretty, but hey, we'll take it. 130-126, 4-point game. Here is the Lakers. Looking to bring it within 1. 3 is no good, and unlike OKC, they're actually going to foul right away, like a reasonable, normal team would do. Now with around 30 seconds left, here's Adem Bona. Another slam. I don't know why they didn't foul us there. Bona has been a man on a mission in these playoffs. My goodness, has he been impressive. 132-126, 26.6 left on the shot clock. Here is Mitchell. At the top of the key, dribble handoff for Moody, now up for Naz Reid. They know they've got to move fast. They don't really have time. Here is Mitchell with it. You're down by 6. Let's get it together. He gets it for Peyton Lewis. Up back, Zion. 3, no good. At least you can say you watched it, I guess, as Naz Reid is there with the foul. And that'll probably just about do it. We have 0.5 of a second to go. We will look to inbound it to our winner, and that we will be able to do. Although there are still a few seconds left, got to finish off with a celebratory turnover. The Lakers are not giving up, though. They're going to send Kajhi Stokes to the line as if they have like a chance or something. Half-court buzzer beater Heath is no good, and that will do it here in sunny San Francisco. 135-126. Competitive game here against the Lakers. It was the Donovan Mitchell show, but the rest of the team could not provide enough. And again, that's one of the big pros of this team. If 1 or 2 guys are struggling, we have other players who can pick it up, even if this team does miss a traditional number 1. Although Kajhi Stokes is trending towards being that, 29 points. Didn't shoot the ball great, but it was good enough. 5 of 10 from deep is pretty solid. 24 for Antoine Saliz. His numbers have gone up since the switch to the bench, so I think this decision has worked out for him, and it certainly worked out for the rest of the team, giving us a legit shot maker to go with the second unit. 21, 8, and 8 for Loggins Burrell, filling up the stat sheet again. Kuminga had 20. He had 20 in the first game against OKC as well. Both were very quiet 20s. Kuminga had to have had like 15 of those in the fourth. I mean, he was not very busy in the start of this game. The guy I was most impressed by, though, was Adem Bona. He had 20 and 11, 5 offensive rebounds. He had to have had about 8 dunks. He ended up closing the game instead of Jabari Springer, who was pretty good defensively, but really struggled on offense. He's shooting 42% now. His true shooting percentage is still right around league average because he shoots the 3-ball well, and he's an excellent 3-throw shooter, but he has regressed from last year. That is certainly not good. We need him to play more like the guy we saw in the second half of last year and in the playoffs. 51 for Donovan Mitchell, and that's on good efficiency as well. 24 for Fitzgerald, and nobody else had more than 12. Look at these shooting percentages. 5 of 18 for Zion, 3 for 11 for Salon, 2 for 10 for Moody. Salon and Moody going 1 for 12 from beyond the arc. That is not going to cut it. So we win here on Christmas Day against the Lakers. We're going to make it up to the new year. We've got the Suns, the Rockets, and the Spurs. Houston and San Antonio, both teams who could be fighting with us for playoff seeding. We know we've got to win that game, and maybe the Suns as well if all goes right. Why do teams think Kajai Stokes is available? I don't get it. We ended up going 3-0, though, finishing today on a 5-game win streak. 31 for Kuminga in the win against the Suns. 4 guys with at least 20. Jabari Springer is back. Roman Loggins-Burl cannot hit a 3 to save his life, but otherwise he was good. Against the Spurs, we win by 17, even though Wemby, again, did what he could. His estimated wins added is 14.2. The next highest is 9.4. He really is the best player on the planet. 35 and 10, meanwhile, for Stokes. He was very impressive. And again, this is one of those games where we can see him kind of developing into the star, where nobody else is all that great, but he's the one to really lead the way for us and propel us to the victory. So the next episode, we'll get through January up to the trade deadline. And again, we're going to have a much more clearer, painted picture of where this team is at going into the deadline and what we should ultimately do. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.